Aries is called Mesh Rashi in Hindi. The lord of this Rashi, the planet that governs Aries, is Mars, Mangal. And if you see the symbol of Aries, it's the animal ram. The ram is a very aggressive, very focused animal in nature. So how it works is every sign has a symbol, it has a planet that governs it, it has an element that it belongs to. Aries is all about focusing on the self. So Arians are very focused on them, their path, their careers. They are very ambitious. They can be very aggressive because Mars is an aggressive planet. They can be very, very passionate because Mars rules also passion, and Mars is also responsible for our sexual relationships and sexual life. So these people have high sexual drive most of the time. So if your spouse is Aries, time off when they basically become very self-focused, they forget all about you, and it's all about how was their day, how they are having issues, what are their aspirations, what they need to do, what are their plans. And sometimes you'll feel as though they forget that the relationship of marriage is also about you. They forget to focus on the other person. Sometimes it's a challenge Arians face because they get very, very absorbed in their own path. They are very driven by ambition, and they tend to sometimes find it very difficult to maintain a balance between personal life and professional life. Aries, like I said, are passionate, they're ambition driven, they are caring. They love to be, the in charge of everything. They love to take on projects. They like excitement. They love to go out for things. They love attention, so you need to make sure you're giving them enough. And they sometimes tend to be very, very emotional, and they have sometimes they'll struggle in expressing their vulnerabilities. They don't like to show them easily. So if something is hurting them or upsetting them, they will struggle to express it out to you. It will instead come out in an anger. It will come out in a way that you might feel rejected. So keep in mind these qualities of an Aries, and try and deal with them with the tips that I have suggested. Arian spouse, you need to remember that they genuinely sometimes don't realize that it's become all about them. So instead of fighting about it, instead of sulking about it, or instead of feeling hurt about it, try to find that moment when their Mars is all about love and passion, or when they are in that zone of feeling very loving or feeling very enthusiastic. Try to include games or outdoor activities in your interactions, because Arians love doing that. It's all about the Mars energy. Try to involve them in activities that will stimulate them, because Aries, being a Marsian sign, always needs that kind of stimulation and excitement. When you build that kind of atmosphere around you and your relationship, it will be easier for you to explain and communicate to them what you're feeling and what you expect from them. They do want to be giving. It's a sign that wants to lead you into life. It's a sign that wants to feel like a leader and a caretaker. But sometimes it just doesn't naturally come to them for them to understand what the other partner is feeling, what their partner is feeling. So if you have an Aries spouse, these are the tips.